Hello there. Today on Africa Web TV, we're covering a story of one magnificent woman, Eliane Nininahazwe. She's from Burundi and she's living positively with HIV. She's not quiet about it. So Africa Web TV traveled all the way to Amersfoort to hear more about her amazing story. Get inspired.
My name is Eliane Nininahazwe Bex. I was born in Burundi. I sing, I dance, I play instrument, a traditional instrument, and I am HIV positive for 12 years.
Eliane was and still is a diabetic. Having moved to Angola with her husband, she went for a routine checkup. It was during this routine checkup that it was discovered that she also has the HIV virus in her blood.
Yeah, I was completely shocked. I was shocked, and because I was diagnosed with the diabetes, I did all the tests, and when I was pregnant, also in 2001, I did also the test. And I was during the pregnancy, I was all the time in control with the diabetes. So I have a baby, I breastfeed her. So my doctor said, you are fine, no problem. Of course, I was expecting, because I'm used to get negative results. So I am expecting, I was not worried when I give the blood, and then you go take results for the legs, no problem. And then it got like, you have HIV in your blood. What? Nah, it must be a mistake. How? Yes, you have HIV in your blood. And then I said, first question, I was like, am I allowed to have children?
Unfortunately for Eliane, the doctor was not one to be very supportive. In fact, she told Eliane to start preparing to buy her coffin.
No, you cannot have children. Are you crazy? Because how can you think even to have children when you're going to die? You better start buying a coffin to wait for you. That moment, I don't know if it's me. I used to be like doctors are like a God. It's like they know when you're gonna die, and you believe that. But
Eliane was not going to allow this negativity from her doctor to put her down for long. In fact, it made her even more determined. So she stuck to her medicine, and even when she couldn't get enough HIV medicine in Angola, she went as far as South Africa to go get this medicine.
3 years later, I said, wow, I'm not dead yet. But she said I was gonna die. I'm not dead yet. So I decided I'm going to have children. In 2006, my son was born and he was HIV negative. I raised a baby inside me and it's coming out, there is no HIV. I said, wow. 2008, when I came to Amsterdam in July, my son was born. He gained another victory, HIV negative.
Did her family and close relatives in Burundi know about her HIV status?
I always take medication when they are watching, because they know I take diabetes medication. They never know they will also include HIV. So everybody knew I would never hide my medication when I'm in Burundi. I take them when they see, but they think it's diabetes medication. And going on public was not only for people in Holland, it was also for people in Burundi, immediately everybody to know before I go there to speak myself in contact. So
Eliane then went back to Burundi to give a performance, and at the end of the performance she decided to give everybody the news that she was living with HIV, and the reaction she got was very heartwarming.
how can you share with us such a nice story. You are a brave woman, and they come hug me, and they went. Most of them they went immediately. They were also the test bureau. They went immediately to give blood just to test HIV test. They did most of them, and it was really nice. And when you're standing there, and they are my primary school teachers, they were all there. They were my secondary school teachers, some were there. All the people I grew up seeing, all the neighbors, and they were just there. And it was really nice. And yeah, I still cherish the memories. So, yeah. People have to change their mind, thinking like, oh, HIV is for prostitute, HIV is for homosexual. No, that was many years ago.
The question is, in spite of the stigma and the possibility of social isolation, why did Eliane decide she wants to go public with her situation?
I was thinking about a new generation without HIV and AIDS. It's here to start from us who have HIV and who can talk about it and who can share and teach. So I think about all those children, my own children. They need to know. Education is very important to everybody, not only for children but also for people grown up. Because how can you be a mother and you see somebody with the HIV, you have children, you're not curious to know how does it work, what is it, you don't know information, so then you can also talk. Let's not make it a taboo to talk about HIV, because it's nothing to be ashamed of. Why would I keep hiding? I have a good story to tell. I didn't choose to believe in negative things that I heard from the doctor in Angola, but I choose to believe in myself. I can do it. I choose to believe. Honestly, I am bothered more with the diabetes than the HIV. Sometimes I say, oh God, I wish I have only the HIV. Really, I am bothered more with the diabetes than the HIV. That's why I said, why then? It's not even bothering me so much. Let me just talk about it. Sometimes I tell people, I have HIV. You? Nah, you joking, it's not true. Because you look nice. You know why? They are wondering, they are still have those mind for many years ago. They will see somebody go like a zombie. And that is it. They are expecting to see me going like this. No, it's not so. So I am feeling great. I do sport. I'm fine, and I'm happy to tell you that it is really true. I have a victory. I am the winner, and I will never die of AIDS because I am taking medication. It is just very important to know. When you know on time, you take medication, you stay healthy.
Eliane is a very active lady. She is a musician, she is a dancer, she performs publicly and privately. She is also a member of the local choir in Amersfoort. Do the other members of the choir know that she is HIV positive? And if yes, how did they react?
Oh, yes, they know. They do know that I have HIV, and because I did, I did speak give interviews also in a magazine, Hello Gorgeous.
Yeah, I can remember that we all liked it very good, much that she told us, but I was already proud of her that she told it and she stood in front of our choir for all the new people and then told us, and I think we all liked it that she told us and that she was open of it. Yeah.
For me, it's something different because I didn't know in the beginning. And what I see in Eliane is a woman, a human who loves to sing, who loves to be there.
Big advancements have been made in the last several years in the fight against HIV and AIDS. For example, it is no longer automatic that if you have sex with somebody who has HIV and who is on medication, that you yourself will get the virus. However, Eliane sounds a big note of caution.
When you are having sex, it's not about only HIV you can contact via sex. That's one thing I want to tell people. Of course, you cannot get HIV from me. You can have unprotected sex, you will never have it. But what about other disease? What about gonorrhea? What about, there are a lot of disease you can get from unprotected sex. It's not only HIV. That's why people make mistake. You can get a lot of another disease from unprotected sex. Only HIV is the only one they think is the one who can kill a woman. It's not true. There are a lot. I am not actually dangerous. The danger people are the one who has virus without knowing they have a virus, because they spread it every day. I don't. That's one of my dreams, that everybody would just do HIV test, not only once in your life, but maybe if you know you are very sexual active, you have to do at least twice a year HIV test, because between the 6 months a lot can happen. Every woman who never did HIV test, when you are pregnant, to do it, please. To make sure you do HIV test. You will be protecting you and your child.
Finally, Eliane Nininahazwe begs has a message for all those religious bigots who always claim that people with HIV or AIDS are being punished by God for sins that they committed.
I would tell them, what would they think of people who are every day dying of cancer? Was God punishment? God doesn't punish people by giving them disease, because God doesn't punish an unborn child who just coming out. Why would God punish a woman who gets raped by 10,000 men, soldiers, and then that woman get HIV from that? Why God would punish that woman who gets raped? They should think, put logic in their thinking. That's not really, if that is the God they think is, then there is no God at all.
Well, guys, I hope the story of Eliane Nininahazwe has truly inspired you. As you have heard her say, having HIV is not a death sentence. So make sure to protect yourself and your partner by going to get tested. So till we meet again next time, it's from me, Faye, and the crew behind Africa Web TV. It's bye for now.